Also heard the Chief Justice speaking about what should happen to governors who have been impeached previously, whether they should run or not. I don't know what your thoughts are, Wakili Ogolla, especially when you talk about, and you'll be seeing from the slides, leaders that have certain cases in court, some impeached, some barred from accessing their offices, and then they are now looking for public offices, whether the same offices or other offices.
I think the starting point would be to understand the distinction between the legal and moral conversation. Now, in terms of the legal aspects, Article 76, Subarticle 3 is express that if you have been removed from office for violation of the Constitution, you do not qualify to run for office. There is an express provision that locks Governor Sonko. It's an express provision that locks Governor Waititu. And therefore, to be able, I don't think IEBC is permitted to clear Governor Sonko. Governor Sonko would have to go to court, get an interpretation that permits him to run, because that law is express. If you have been impeached, you do not qualify to hold any public office. Now, the reality is, insofar as those governors and politicians who are facing corruption-related charges or some other offenses, the law has hamstrung IEBC and I think EACC and DPP. The presumption of innocence before someone is found to have violated the Constitution, you know, unlike 76.3 talks about having been found to have been violated, the process of impeachment terminates with a finding that you violated the Constitution one way or another. Insofar as those who are facing charges but have not been impeached, the reality is they will be cleared and they will be on the ballot. But what I hear the civil society leaders raising as a genuine concern, in terms of moral and ethical fitness, would you say that such persons deserve to run? I don't want to be the one to make a decision on that, but a moral and ethical conversation would only lead to what we call social vetting. Social vetting now means let the candidates be known for who they are, let the voters decide. But voters are deciding at the ballot, which means they're going to be at the ballot. So the short answer is, if you have been impeached, you cannot lawfully be cleared to run. If you are facing corruption-related charges or any other offense in court, you will be cleared to run on the presumption of innocence.
And therefore, when an impeachment is passed, should they then consider putting it in writing that you're barred from accessing or holding either public office, or it doesn't matter?
The Constitution is expressed on that. Article 76, Subarticle 3. And if you are happy to read it, you could read it. It says, if you have been a state officer that has been removed from office for contravention of the Constitution shall not hold any other public or state office. So that is expressed in the law.
What did you say, article?
76, Subarticle 3. Can you find it?
No, I can't find it.
You can't find 76?
There's 76, but there's no 76.
Okay. You will find, you just read on the conduct of state officers.
Okay.
It says, if you have been barred from office, if you have been removed from office by way of impeachment, such as Governor Sonko and Governor Waititu, you cannot then be cleared to run for any office.
I think you're talking about 75.3.
75.3, yeah.
Let me just read it.
75.3, sorry.
A person who has been dismissed or otherwise removed from office for a contravention of the provisions specified in Clause 2 is disqualified from holding any state office, and Clause 2 is shall be subject to the applicable disciplinary procedure for the relevant office and may, in accordance with the disciplinary procedure referred to in paragraph A, be dismissed or otherwise removed from office.
So 75, sorry, a correction for that. Article 75, Subarticle 3 is express and unambiguous. You don't need any other communication to support. You don't need a judicial finding, Sam, to bar you from office. For those who are facing prosecution, corruption-related cases, it is a moral and ethical conversation. You get the distinction? Whether someone who is facing graft-related charges ought to be allowed to govern or to be elected. That's what I call social vetting. Let the people decide. But I've also clarified, how are the people deciding? The people deciding presupposes that these people are at the ballot. So as sure as the law exists, IEBC will clear all candidates who are suspected of corruption or maybe are facing prosecution. But I think what I hear the civil society be saying, and they have a valid point, that you should know your candidate. And you should know and elect people who are as close as possible to the values the Constitution hopes to achieve.
Okay.
But those are now not, those are extra legal conversations.